So in the last lecture we saw how to use the join method to convert a list to a string. Now we can do the same using a string as well. Say for example, I have this new one, say Harry. Okay, so I want to put a comma at each of these instances, okay, each of the elements. So I can do like this way, comma, okay, dot join d. Okay, so as you can see, this converts the original string with a comma, okay, h comma a comma. So the comma is placed at each of the instances. Okay, so I hope the join method is clear. Try to explore a little bit by yourself as well. Now let's come here again. So this is our original string, say for example b. Okay, so this is Lego and Virgo. Okay, so for example, Lego is the name of a observatory and Virgo is another one. Now say for example I want to replace it. Okay, so this Lego observatory I want to replace it with something, so we can use this method that is called b.replace. Okay, so I want to replace what I want to replace first. As you can see, if you look at the suggestion, the first input is old, the second input is new. That means first what I want to replace. Say for example I want to replace this Lego. Okay, so I want to replace it with another one, say for example Kagra. Okay, this is another observatory in Japan. So if I do like this way, as you can see, the Lego has been replaced by Kagra and Virgo. Okay, but try to take a look at here as well. In the b, that was our original string, that has not changed. Okay, so I have to, if I want to change it, so I have to do it in a assign it to a new variable. Say for example if I assign it to a new variable e. Okay, so now e has this modified string. Okay, now so this is the replace operation, but when you perform this method, it does not replace the original string, it creates a new copy of our string. Okay, so this is the sixth one, replace. Okay, now let's move on. Say for example now I have this d, so d2 is equals to, say for example, POTTER, Potter. Okay, now I have two string like this, d and d2, Harry and Potter, and I want to join these two strings together. Okay, so I want to concatenate these two things, so I want to concatenate it in a new variable, say for example dd. Okay, so this is our d. If you remember, this plus sign can be used to join two strings together. So if I write like this way, so as you can see I have now this new variable dd with Harry Potter. Okay, but say for example I want to place a space between these two, between this Harry and Potter. So if I want to do, I can do it like this way. I can place a space like this plus. Okay, so when I am concatenating, okay, when I'm using this concatenation using plus sign, I can actually use multiple, okay, at a time. As you can see now I have something like this, Harry Potter, like this way. Okay, so when you are performing concatenation, this plus sign is really useful, and we'll see later when you are printing that plus sign will be really helpful in that. Okay, so that is the concatenation. Achha. Now let's move on. Now say for example I want to do something like this, so this is the name. Okay, so let's perform another thing. If I do dd dot title, okay, see what happens. Okay, we once saw the capitalize actually performs the operation that the first letter, only the first letter is capitalized. Okay, others are converted into lowercase. But if I do this if we perform this method title, see what happens. As you can see, all the words, okay, the first letter of all the words are capitalized, okay, converted to uppercase. So this is the title operation. Okay, and this actually comes really handy in different string operation. So our next thing is title. Now say for example I want to find a particular position, okay, of an element in a string. Okay, so say for example in this string, so this is our string dd. Say for example I want to find what is the index of r. Okay, so if I write like this way, dd dot index, what I am looking for, r. Okay, say like this way. If I do something like this, as you can see 0 1 then 2. Okay, this is the first occurrence is actually shown. Okay, dd dot index, the first occurrence will be shown. There is another way, that is called dd dot find of r. Okay. So now as you can see that only the first occurrence is shown. They actually perform the same way. Say for example if I want to look into the last occurrence, there is another one that is called r find. Okay. R is for the rightmost. As you can see it will provide you the rightmost occurrence of this one in this string. Okay, so I hope you got the idea. So we learned something new, that is called find or r find. R find. So another one, that is index. Okay, okay, so let's move on. Now say for example if I want to one thing, say for example when I perform this replace operation, okay, let's do the same here, dd dot replace. Okay, so I want to replace r, okay, the name of Harry, with say for example this asterisk sign. Okay, check what happens. All the occurrences of r has been replaced. Okay, not only the first occurrence but all the occurrences. Okay, there are some additional parameters inside. You can actually explore those things by yourself, whatever you want to do. Okay, I'm just showing you some of the things. Okay, and there are many internal parameters. Using those parameters you can actually perform different operations and try to explore those things by yourself, because it cannot be shown all of those things in this lecture. Okay, so I hope you are these things are clear. These are the very um, basic methods that can be applied on a string. These are also the some of the things that you can do, and these are the things that we cannot do. Okay, now one other thing at the end I want to discuss, that is called format string. Okay, it is actually very important and very widely used, okay, and really helpful. So what is format string? Now say for example, let's come here. So I have created a new code. Okay, so say I want to input. Okay, so this input is the same. I want to prompt the user to give me some input. Okay, say for example you want to say write your name. Okay, so this is the prompt, write your name. Okay, so this is the prompt. So I want to display something, say for example print the name. I want to display the name is, okay, I want to display whatever the user inputs here. Okay, so how to actually give that? So if I write a, if I just write it here a, it will display a. Okay, if I run this code, say for example if I run this code, so write your name, say for example oh, okay, so the name is a because this a is considered as a string, but I want to make it flexible. Okay, I want to make it flexible to the user, that whatever the user inputs here I want to display it here. So to do like this way, this is called string formatting. I want to place this sign, okay, this curly braces. Okay, after writing that curly braces you use a dot format. Okay, so I want to place something inside this bracket. Okay, so that's why the curly braces it. What I want to place inside, that is a. Okay, now try to run it again. Let's run it. So write your name, say for example Luna. Okay, so if I write it, now you can see the name is Luna. Okay, it has been shown. Okay, so that means if I want to use this kind of flexible operation, I have to use this curly braces, and whatever I want to put inside I can write it like this dot format way. Okay, Now I can do it for multiple times as well. Say for example, input, your name is this, so b is equals to input. Okay, input, what's your hobby? Okay, what's your hobby? Okay, so this is the input. Now I want to show these two in the same one, so let's print this slash n. Okay, we place a place a new line. We'll create a new line character in here. Okay, this is the write your name. After that I want to separate these two lines. So in order to do that, I place this one, this print slash n will create a new line there. Okay, just try to take a look after sometimes. So now the name is this and hobby is this. Okay, so now what I will write, I'll just maintain the serial, simple. So this first curly braces will take whatever written in A, this curly braces will take whatever written in B. Okay, okay, just as simple as that. Okay, so let's run it as now. So write your name, say for example Sarah. Okay, so what's your hobby? Say for example traveling. Okay, now you can see the name is Sarah and hobby is traveling. Okay, so this is the way you can use formatted string to display something.